Ah, the irony we see here. Mr. Phoenix Wright being a suspect for murder when he's going to be defending a lot of potential murderers in the future, including one who actually tried to commit murder because of hiring an assassin. I wonder how this will play out for you, all this irony. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. And while he happened to push this victim who died because of something like that, I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried, so I went back. But he was just lying there, dead. Well, you make it sound like he wasn't dead when you left.
Well, the explanation really is quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died with a shock, and that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. But for the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
That would make sense. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Ray, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Let's hope for your sake you're right. So anyway, welcome back, everybody, to more Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. This is your host, the MJ406. And well, we're continuing to try to prove our man Phoenix Wright innocent of murder against a love rival, I guess is a way to put it. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said she was a bad girl. I mean, is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Ray, you heard him yourself. Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I just, ugh. Man, you are a little too sensitive about people offending your... I get that you're calling... That's not enough of a reason to get pissed at somebody. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And you lost your shit. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I wouldn't call that a furious frenzy. You just shoved the guy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. I don't believe it was that light either. I mean, you did an aggressive shove. It's not a frenzy or a light tap. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right! There was nothing like that at all.
But is it possible that he really overlooked it?
Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness. Yeah, it really doesn't help you pushed him and it could have led to the electrocution, especially that loud noise. A loud noise? What would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
That doesn't sound like a snap. I'm pretty sure getting electrocuted doesn't sound like a snap sound. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm trying to get on some dangerous ground here. Have faith in Phoenix. Go for it. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been? Yes? Could it have been? Hurry up and tell us! When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Ah, that makes sense. He was holding an umbrella because it was raining. And I can understand you dropping something getting pushed like that. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? Did the umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Wow! You are a dick. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss May, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well, yes, there is, clearly. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, the chief umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered in the testimony.
Oh my god!
Ha! How perfectly fitting! Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the chief umbrella to your testimony.
There we go. Andre showed me he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. And that will help us here. So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella. And you are certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. Jesus! The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah. You see, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Oh! My stomach is starting to be using a personal soccer ball, Mia!
Now you kicked him? I'm so sorry.
Continue your testimony, witness.
Why does she keep reacting violently every time he mentions something about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Hold it!
I wonder about that. After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious.
You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition?
Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. Makes sense.
Hold
But
it!
then he was dead when you got back. At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Nope, nobody. He's lying. Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier?
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows innocence from that testimony, my dear, I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir. Right now I need more info. Info that will help me turn up some contradictions. I want to say contractions.
Not the word you want to use.
So he fell on top of his umbrella. But notice here, he's down there, but the umbrella's all the way over there towards the electrical pole.
Objection!
So if he did fall on top of his umbrella, it wouldn't be over there. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. Look at his photograph.
Oh God, don't say Nickelback!
According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right!
The conclusion here is obvious. As the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
There we go, a breakthrough!
Yes! Order! The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I'm going to present this evidence immediately!
It's just a broken umbrella, dude. Like, look at it. It's a useless broken umbrella. I mean, it did help me, but still.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
Objection!
Have you tried to see a broken umbrella blown in the wind? According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. Simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. That too.
But
Shut up already! I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest step remains, I cannot render final judgments!
That's right.
no!
Damn right, Mr. Payne. That's what you get. Ha ha.
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony!
Damn right, Phoenix. Oh, and we have his testimony out of the court record. That's interesting.
Well done, Mia!
Yeah, laugh there for a second. I want to see. He was on top of the umbrella, and there was a loud sound when that happened. Okay.
Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much from a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying!
Let me guess. You have another witness.
Exactly, and this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
Huh, that's oddly coincidental.
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Nope. Whoa. Wow. Not phased at all. Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious!
Mia, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, that is weird.
I think it is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
All right then. I guess it's going to be time for us to move on to talking to whoever Dahlia Hawthorne is. Why not? Get the nice young lady's testimony of the whole thing. Maybe she'll actually defend him. Who knows? Miss May, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I could start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious. After hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Yeah, Dahlia and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, okay, nice to just throw that bit in there, but okay. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. Really? She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So, she gave it to you as a present, I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, all right. Makes me so happy, I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. I see. So, you got a present from her when you first met. That's a little suspicious, but okay. I guess she really fell for you at first sight? Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that.
I wonder about that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was! But how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see, murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases. Am I correct?
Aha! So, she does have some curiosity about Dahlia. That explains a bit. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look at the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, looks like recess is about over. We better all get to moving.
Okay, bye, Mr. Grossberg. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. That seemed like 3 minutes, a lot more than friggin' 20 minutes. What are you talking about, Mia? It's not like he was talking on about his times in there for a half hour. Like, I don't believe that for a sec. Let's keep going. And by the way, I forgot to bring it up last time. Once again, they have different music for this game compared to, well, the previous two games. Because, you know, at least it shakes things up. And, well, I gotta say, I do like the music for this game more than Justice for All, but I don't know if I like it quite as much as the original game's music, because there's something about the original game, the music just feels right. Still, what's here is still pretty good. Say, whoever composed music for these games, you really did a good job. It's just a courtroom visual novel, no less.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Blaine, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed a crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
So here we go. Time to get the dirt on this dirty, filthy Dahlia Hawthorne. Huh. What's with this stiff silence? She looks so peaceful up there.
In my long career as a judge, I've been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must make you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe he actually said that.
Now then, witness, can you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie, there's no need to be nervous,
If anyone says anything rude, you be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
and I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that.
Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
And we may move on now. What is your full name and occupation?
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor's all mine.
No, the honor's all mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Somehow, not mine.
Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever's on your mind.
I'm sure there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes. I see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
So, this is the lovely, beautiful Dahlia Hawthorne, huh? She definitely looks like a very gentle woman.
I've been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building.
Oh, okay.
And suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly, just collapsed.
Oh, really? He just fell? Well, we already know that's wrong, but still.
That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities.
So that's why I got caught up in it?
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Huh. Weird, even the defendant said something.
Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth.
But I would never.
How dare you? That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies.
Tee, you haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey.
So they do know each other.
What's this? So, you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once. Huh. I wonder when that was.
In any case, Miss May, the floor's all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey.
Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie. So, she does know something about her. It's like she thinks she's twisted or something. What could make you think a girl like this is twisted? I don't know, but that sounds ridiculous. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building?
Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry.
Oh, wonderful! It's that humorous yet satirical style haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend.
That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis.
For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Oh, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I went to enter the courthouse, I always walked through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? As nice as that would be. No. Wow. Oh, Judge. So who is this Dougie person?
Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago.
So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway?
How could you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Fay.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please, go on. What did you see next?
Man, you can't say anything about her without everybody getting all friggin' pissed. What the hell? Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim? Is that right?
I was watching the whole time. He never did a thing to Dougie.
If I press it for no good reason, I just know the judge will be angry with me. So what should I do about our testimony just now? Do I have something that shows this? It doesn't show that he pushed him, though. So, let's leave it alone. I suppose our statement works in our favor for now. I'll hold off on looking into any deeper until it's necessary.
Very well, young lady. Please go on with your testimony.
The testimony that we have for Phoenix doesn't necessarily say he shoved him. It says he fell on top of his umbrella.
Hold it!
But I had better check for more details just to be safe. And what did Mr. Wright say when he saw you?
I'm sorry. I was so flustered that I really don't remember. Please forgive me.
You don't remember?
Well, that's common enough. Sometimes I can't recall a sentence I passed only minutes prior.
Please, someone, anyone, stop it before he gets hurt. By me. I want to punch him so bad. My God, the incompetence! When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department?
Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs.
Please try to stay on topic. So, to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? I don't think she was trying to say that they were, like, high as shit all the time.
That's what I was planning to do, but in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on.
The students knew what was going on? Well, how do the students have known what was going on?
Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about the students.
So did the students call the police?
Yes, I was so panicked.
Yes, I would have been, my dear.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie, and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's got to be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, it means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one. Oh, I do have a thing with that contradiction, right. Where he just fell and collapsed. The umbrella owned by the victim. It was found broken near the... Oh, I thought I had it.
Hold it!
I mean, I'll have to try it. Don't worry, you can fast forward through stuff you've gone through before, so don't worry about that. Well, may as well go into it. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never!
Oh, come on!
Miss May, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting. But please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Wow, you cannot deal with women, can you? Ha! Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's paw print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim.
What?
There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I did see the moment he pushed Dougie.
Hold it!
Huh. Weird. You didn't see it?
Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow.
Yes, that's right. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either.
Hold it!
Huh. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you?
I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation.
Oh, give me a break.
That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Huh.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
Quit letting her friggin' roll you up like a... I was gonna say ball of lint. A ball of lint. You didn't hear anything unusual, even though there was a loud sound when
Objection!
that fighting was going on. I see. You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me.
Ha! Yeah, right. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise.
He said that?
Yes, if you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Oh boy.
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
Are you kidding me? According to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
Ah!
Yeah, it was loud enough.
I have a moment to answer.
But by all means!
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise.
Huh, really?
See, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Thunder and lightning, huh? Well, she's a Marvel fan. That's another thing to hate her for.
What are you saying over there?
Oh no, he must be a Marvel fan too.
Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out.
Hee 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 hee. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. She said she didn't hear anything, and she said there was lightning. Yeah. Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere. Am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye!
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh, ah!
Well, thank you for that, Dahlia.
I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? You'll get used to him, Mia. I tell you, you'll get used to him. This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt. Well, wouldn't that be nice if that was the case? Well, for you anyway.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't. Oh! Of course.
Hee 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 hee. I've heard that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye.
Huh? But everyone has a low opinion of you.
Shut up! I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location.
What? Damn it.
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit!
And who is this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their lab that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All labs equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely! They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which matches with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly! In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable.
All right then. Good to know that.
According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
The smallest bump, you say? Good to know. I could use that in my favor.
However, there's one thing that troubles me.
2:55 p.m. Got it.
If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss May, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I had to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
Well, remember that Phoenix ended up pushing freaking Doug Swallow and him falling on his umbrella, which is near the electrical pole. So, how about we say it was Phoenix that caused that just by the shove? Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. I think he'd also present his testimony for this as well. Now, this happened around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Damn right.
Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. It was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
Attention.
Do you not connect the dots at all? I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted.
No. Judge, you don't get it either. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. It doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. Ah! Jeez, stop screaming. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. There we go. Finally, some leeway.
Order! Order in the court!
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true! The defense is absolutely correct! There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have done it!
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something?
Oh yeah, you're still here.
The Madam Attorney's explanation, she said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What?
What the? Oh, how dare you try to undermine me?
Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Well, of course it's alright! Just go right ahead and give your new testimony!
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. You think that, huh? I don't know if I can believe you, Mia. But, well, let's see if you're right. I just wanted to save just so I can say I saved. And there we go. Alright, well, we're starting to get deeper into this mystery. It seems like Phoenix wasn't the cause of Doug Swallow being electrocuted, which makes me wonder who was. Perhaps we're looking at the answer right in front of us. But hard to say. This is the first trial, so it should wrap up rather quickly. But not quick enough. Alright, well anyway, come back next time, everybody. We're going to wrap up this case for real. Find out who really murdered Mr. Doug Swallow. And, well, get our boy innocent so he can go on his way to becoming a real defense attorney. He's going to learn all the bullshit methods that Mia's using right now in this trial. Wow, he really learned from first-hand experience just from being in the damn courtroom. Now that's some experience training right there, as lackluster as it is.